Hey good people, and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing well and having an amazing day. So I am so excited about today's video because I am going to be again doing a project in my home, something that I've been wanting to tackle for a while, and I just wasn't sure of the right way to go about it. So I kind of spent the last couple of weeks doing some research and just trying to figure out the best way to execute this project. So can't wait to share this with you all, and I hope you guys are having a fabulous week so far. So I'm going to be showing you in today's video the project that I'm going to be just kind of taking on. I'm also going to be taking you guys along with me as we shop for supplies. So right quickly, let me go ahead and show you guys the area that I'm going to be working in. All right, y'all, so here's a look at the area I'm going to be working in today's video. So this opening here, you guys, this arch area. So this is basically my dining room space here. Okay, and so this arch looks into the kitchen space. And I don't want that. I mean, it's fine to a certain extent, but I feel like there's a way to actually make this cutout look even better. And I just feel like right now with it just being open like this, it's just, I don't know, it's not eye-catching, y'all. It's not appealing to the eye, in my opinion. So I'm going to keep the arch. However, I'm just going to enclose it, and I'm going to make it look even more beautiful, which is going to further enhance this entire space. So that's the plan, and I want to go ahead and just kind of show you guys what the back of this arch looks like as well. So let's go and take a look at what it looks like from behind. So this is what it looks like from behind. And I just feel like this is such a blank space to just really enhance and just really, really make the space really, really beautiful. But in the meantime, yeah, so this is the area. So excited. I think it's going to be beautiful, what I have planned for it. And so the only thing left to do is just really go shopping for the supplies. I actually already have one of the items right here. You can kind of see this large panel here. And I'll show you guys what it looks like. Ooh. So this is what it looks like actually. So it's like a beadboard panel. So this is just one of the items that I needed. So because this arch opens up into two different spaces, the dining room and then the kitchen area, I want to do something to really, really complement the look in both spaces while also making it cohesive. So before we jump back into the project, I do want to share with you all what I give my fur babies to keep them healthy, happy, and their digestive system on track. So I like using Bernie's Best Omega-3 and their chompers. They're easy to add to their daily routine and support joint, skin, coat, and overall wellness. If you want to try it, the link is in my description and you can get 20% off your purchase. Okay, y'all, so I'm in Lowe's about to pick up the materials that I need for this project. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and share those supplies with you all right quickly. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. And here's a quick look at the wainscoting MDF panel that I purchased, and I will be sure to have all of these items linked in the description. All right, y'all, so it has been a few days later, and I have not gotten the opportunity to do anything with this arch area behind me, and that's mainly because has some family things that took place. My mom had surgery earlier this week, and so I pretty much spent all my free time, my lunch hour after work, at the hospital. So, wasn't able to get anything done. So today is actually Friday, and I want to try to do as much as I can. Not sure if I'll be able to complete this project by tomorrow, which is Saturday. Fingers crossed I can. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump right in and get started, because I left off on basically trying to saw down or cut some boards because I want to add some shelving here. So let's go ahead and get started with that while the weather permits, because tomorrow, Saturday, they're actually calling for 85% chance of rain. So whew, we got to go ahead and try and get it done. So let's go ahead and do this. So what I'm doing right now is just actually shaving off a little bit of this board to make for my shelves. And you can kind of see I have the line drawn here. And so that's what I'm doing right now. And then also I want to smooth over the corners of the shelf. So just kind of round them out so they're not sharp or anything. And basically just make everything nice and smooth and getting it ready to be stained. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the inside portion of the arch. And I'm going to be painting it tricorn black. Here's my paint. I went ahead and got one of these little paint trays here, and I just slide a gallon-sized Ziploc bag over it, so that way I can just press it down, put the paint here, and then it's not a mess. When I'm done with it, I can just literally take this off, and then the tray remains clean. So that's what I'm about to do now. Okay, so I placed this head cap on my head when I was outside cutting the boards because I didn't want the sawdust to get in my hair, and guess what? I forgot to take it off. Oh well. All right, y'all, so as you can see, I've just added my first coat of paint to the inside of the arch. You can see it here, well, here. So anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for this to dry, then I'm gonna scuff it up a little bit with my sander, and then I'm gonna add a second coat. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting for this to dry, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with staining the shelves that I wanna put in the inside of the arch. So it's pretty late right about now. It's literally after 9 p.m. and I am outside on my patio staining these boards that I'm going to be using as shelves. So I'm applying some Mim Wax oil stain. This one is in the color, I want to say chestnut, but I'll have it linked in the description as well. So I typically will add it on with a brush and then I'll wipe it off. And I'm basically going to be adding 2 coats of this because I felt like the first coat, it was still too light, and I want this to be a little bit dark, and you guys will see it tomorrow. All right, y'all, so now for the next step, I'm going to actually enclose in the back of the arch, and I'll show you guys again the panel that I'm going to be using to do that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with that. So it was at this point in the video that I realized I needed to prop my panels on something. And this is what I do, typically whenever I don't have a second pair of hands to help me. You have to come up with creative ideas to try to make it work, guys, especially when you're doing a lot of these DIY projects on your own. So one thing about it, I will figure out a way to do it. So as you can see, I'm using the back of my chairs to actually hold up the panel so I can make sure everything is in place. And then I'm going to use my brad nail gun to actually nail this panel to the wall. All right, y'all, so let me show you what I've done so far. So basically what I did was I used the back of my chairs to prop the panels on. to hold it up for me so that I could staple it. And so that's what I've done. I stapled it to the wall. I have to add, not staple it, I'm sorry. I nailed it to the wall using my brad nail gun. And right when I started adding the nails, the battery died in the nail gun. So I have it charging right now, but I was sure to actually, I made sure to nail all the corners. So then that way, you know, it's pretty much up by itself without the chair. So see, I can move the chairs and it's going to just kind of be in place by itself. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. Oh, I hope this doesn't fall. There we go. Okay, cool. So it only has a few nails in it. I managed to add nails to the corners and also a little bit on the side, but I only added a few nails so far because again, my nail gun died, or the battery died in my nail gun. So I'm letting that charge right now, and then I'm going to pretty much enclose this area with nails to secure it. Now you could use liquid nails or whatever. I just don't like to do that stuff because I don't like damaging my walls. With the nail guns, with the brad nails, I could just pull them out easily. So let me show you what it looks like in the front, but this is the back. And like I told you guys before, I just basically nailed it to the wall with my brad nail gun. And because the panels are so thin, I just used the 0.5 inch nails. So now let's take a look at the front of it. Look at that. So this is the front of it. So it's completely enclosed. And I love how I added this little accent of black to match what I have going on in here. And yeah, I didn't want to paint the entire wall here. You know, because I feel like my dining room is so small, I could probably only afford just to do a little piece of the wall black, and just having this nice black accent and keeping everything white, I think that's going to be perfect. So anyway, I love, love, love how this looks. Look at this, you guys. Look at that. So you can see here we have the paneling. That looks absolutely amazing. So now what I want to do is once my nail gun has finished charging and I've added more nails, I want to go ahead and start adding my shelving. So I'm going to put the shelving in after I've secured the panel to the back of this arch. I'll put in my shelving, and this should be completed. This should be done. And next week video, and let me show you guys. Next week video, I'm actually going to start applying those large panels all over the wall. That's going to be next week's video. And how I think I may want to do it, I'm not sure yet, but I think I want to, like I told you guys before, I'm splitting these projects up. This in itself, this area here in itself is going to be one video by itself. And then the arch is a video by itself as well. But I'm going to show you in the next video how I basically enclose this area here so you won't see the back of this panel. Once I've added those larger panels, all you're going to see on this side is this. This is all you're going to see. And I think that's going to look absolutely amazing. And I'm debating on whether or not if I want to paint these a different color. And you can kind of see that here, what these look like. So I may even end up painting these another color. But I want to do a completely different breakfast area here. I think I want to do a banquet seating in this area. So anyway, you guys, that's my plan for this space. Just keep in mind that this whole area, the arch area, the breakfast nook, all of this is a part of my whole kitchen redesign. And you guys may recall, you know, where I did the pantry makeover. If you didn't get a chance to see that video, I will be linking both of those projects in the description. But I was just really tired of seeing a huge gaping hole there. And I feel like by me adding, you know, enclosing this space in, adding some shelving, shelving, I think that's just going to really make the space pop and just make it so much more beautiful. So let's go ahead and get started now with adding our shelving. All right, y'all, so here's a quick look at what the shelves look like in this space. So these are the shelves that I cut and stained. You can see here the stained color. It's a nice dark rich color. These are the little wood that I cut to actually sit the shelves on. This is actually supporting the shelves. This is probably maybe about a 1 inch in size. So then that way the shelves can sit nicely and firmly in this area. And the only place where it got a little tricky is where the wall started to curve up a little bit. I had to make sure that the little cutout, the little wood cutout that the shelf sat on, extended out just a little bit further to make sure that it supported the shelf at the top here. But I really love the way this looks, you guys. Let me know in the comments your thoughts so far on what this project is looking like. And I attached those little wood to the wall using my brad nail gun. All right, y'all, so we are actually getting down to the wire with this video. So now we're in the process of decorating this space, and I purchased this cute little picture here from Hobby Lobby. It was actually 40% off, so I thought that was a really good buy. And I didn't want to overcrowd the space, but I did want it to make it feel like it belonged, like it was always here. And so these items here, the little candle and the little candle holder, I also purchased from Hobby Lobby as well. You know, and just kind of adding some candles. I love using candles in my decor. These are candles that I already had on hand, so I didn't have to go out and purchase those. And because we're right around the corner with Easter, I decided to add a little bit of greenery by including this cute little rabbit and then this little pop of color with the lavender here to kind of welcome in spring as well. So this vase actually came from Burlington. It was on sale for $7.99. I thought this was a really cute piece to add to this space. And again, this is just me making the space look like it's always been here. All right, y'all, so before the final reveal, let's take a look back and be reminded as to what this arch space used to look like before we made it over. Keep in mind that this arch is separating my dining room from the kitchen area, and I wanted to do something to make it beautiful, to get rid of this gaping hole, and to just kind of make the space cohesive and beautiful. And so now let's take a look at the final reveal. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. And let me know in the comments, you guys, what do you think of the makeover of the Arch? I absolutely love it. In the meantime, I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. Until then, bye now.